In 2019, Blackpink unleashed one of the most powerful anthems in modern pop history, Kill This Love. The moment those thunderous horns and pounding drums hit, fans around the world knew something extraordinary was happening. This wasn't just another comeback. It was a full-blown revolution in sound, style, and attitude. Released on April 5th, 2019, under YG Entertainment, Kill This Love exploded with cinematic intensity, blending fierce rap verses, haunting vocals, and a commanding marching band beat that perfectly captured the song's message: to confront a toxic love and destroy it before it destroys you. Each member of Blackpink, Jennie, Lisa, Rosé, and Jisoo, embodied a different facet of strength and emotion. Jennie and Lisa fired off verses with unshakable confidence, while Rosé and Jisoo carried the emotional weight of heartbreak and redemption through their soaring vocals. The music video was nothing short of a visual spectacle. Directed with the grandeur of a Hollywood blockbuster, it was filled with explosive imagery, from car crashes and shattered glass to symbolic scenes of duality and rebirth. The members weren't just performing, they were telling a story of emotional warfare, self-destruction, and rebirth. Within 24 hours, Kill This Love shattered YouTube records, becoming one of the fastest videos to surpass 100 million views and earning Blackpink global recognition beyond the borders of K-pop. The song stormed international charts, including the Billboard Hot 100, where it became one of the highest charting tracks by a Korean girl group at the time. But the impact didn't stop there. Just days after its release, Blackpink made history as the first K-pop girl group to perform at Coachella, where Kill This Love became the centerpiece of their electrifying set. Under the blazing desert sun, the girls commanded the stage with unmatched energy, turning the festival into a global celebration of K-pop power. Their performance captured the essence of the song, a mix of elegance, strength, and unapologetic dominance. Fans around the world chanted "Blackpink in your area" as the group proved they weren't just pop stars. They were icons redefining what it meant to be global artists. Kill This Love became more than a song. It evolved into a cultural movement. It embodied themes of independence, empowerment, and emotional freedom, resonating deeply with fans who saw in Blackpink a reflection of their own struggles and triumphs. The track's bold visuals, striking choreography, and fierce lyrics symbolized a breaking point, a moment when love, pain, and pride collide. The horns that opened the song became a rallying call for confidence and strength, an anthem for those ready to walk away from what no longer serves them. With Kill This Love, Blackpink didn't just kill love, they conquered the world. As Kill This Love continued its unstoppable rise, it transformed into a cultural touchstone that transcended language and geography. The song's message of breaking free from toxic love resonated with millions, especially young women who saw Blackpink as fearless role models in a male-dominated industry. The group's signature mix of vulnerability and ferocity struck a universal chord. They weren't just singing about heartbreak, they were reclaiming their power. Every lyric, every beat, every explosion in the video spoke of emotional liberation. The choreography, with its bold stomps and militant precision, became iconic, symbolizing defiance and unity. Blackpink wasn't just performing for fans, they were marching with them, leading a movement built on confidence, self-worth, and resilience. Critics around the world took notice too. Music reviewers praised Kill This Love for its aggressive production, commanding horns, and fusion of pop, trap, and EDM elements that pushed K-pop's sonic boundaries. It was loud, unapologetic, and cinematic, a perfect reflection of Blackpink's identity. The group's ability to blend visual storytelling with sonic innovation set a new standard for the global music scene. Western media outlets like Rolling Stone and Billboard highlighted the song as a defining moment in Blackpink's evolution from rising idols to international superstars. Even global celebrities and artists began to recognize their influence, cementing Blackpink's position as the face of a new era in pop music. On YouTube and social media, Kill This Love sparked a viral storm. Fans around the world recreated the choreography, quoted lyrics, and shared their interpretations of the video's deeper meanings, from the symbolism of mirrors representing self-reflection to the scenes of destruction symbolizing rebirth. The group's bold fashion, crafted by luxury designers, also drew massive attention. Outfits from brands like Chanel, Celine, and Saint Laurent weren't just costume choices. They reinforced BLACKPINK'S image as modern-day warriors of glamour and grit. The combination of fierce visuals, emotional lyrics, and artistic symbolism made Kill This Love not just a pop hit, but a visual manifesto of empowerment. Moreover, the song's release marked a turning point for K-pop's global presence. BLACKPINK's success with Kill This Love proved that Korean artists could dominate international charts without compromising their identity. They didn't need to translate their lyrics or tone down their cultural roots. Instead, they brought the world into their universe. Fans from different cultures connected through emotion, energy, and passion, not just language. This breakthrough paved the way for other K-pop acts to follow, helping reshape the global music landscape and solidify the genre's influence on mainstream pop culture. By the end of 2019, Kill This Love had achieved what few songs ever could. It became an anthem, a movement, and a milestone in music history. It embodied BLACKPINK'S artistic evolution and their fearless message: to love yourself fiercely, to stand strong, and to never be afraid to walk away from what no longer serves you. The song's legacy lives on as a symbol of empowerment and artistic excellence, reminding the world that when BLACKPINK says, "Let's kill this love," they aren't just talking about heartbreak. They're talking about rebirth, strength, and the unstoppable power of self-love. The aftermath of Kill This Love was monumental. It didn't just solidify BLACKPINK'S global dominance, it redefined the very image of K-pop on the world stage. The song's aggressive tone and unapologetic visuals opened new doors for how female artists in Korea could express power, anger, and emotion. Before this era, most girl groups were confined to softer or cutesy concepts, but BLACKPINK shattered those expectations. Their image, fierce yet feminine, stylish yet raw, challenged stereotypes and introduced a new kind of idol, one who could be both beautiful and terrifyingly powerful. This shift influenced countless new groups that followed, who began to embrace bolder, edgier concepts inspired by BLACKPINK'S fearless energy. In addition to its musical and cultural influence, Kill This Love became a brand statement. It represented the peak of BLACKPINK'S identity as global icons of fashion, strength, and independence. Each member carried her own aura: Jennie's charisma, Lisa's commanding stage presence, Rosé's emotional depth, and Jisoo's regal composure, all blending seamlessly into a unified force. Their styling in the music video, a mix of combat gear and haute couture, captured that balance between war and beauty. Luxury brands recognized this almost instantly. Collaborations and ambassadorships flooded in. BLACKPINK'S image as both pop stars and global fashion muses became undeniable, cementing their dominance beyond the music industry. Behind the success was also a masterclass in marketing and timing. YG Entertainment knew how to build anticipation. Teasers, poster releases, and global countdowns turned the comeback into a worldwide event. When the MV dropped, it wasn't just fans who tuned in, the world did. Kill This Love trended across every social media platform, with reaction videos, memes, and dance covers spreading like wildfire. Every second of the video was dissected and discussed, from the symbolism of broken statues representing the death of an old self to the mirrored scenes of inner conflict between love and reason. The attention to visual storytelling turned BLACKPINK'S music into a cinematic experience that extended beyond sound. What made Kill This Love truly timeless, however, was its emotional honesty. Beneath the powerful beat and bold imagery lay a vulnerable truth: the pain of walking away from love, even when it hurts. It's a message that connected deeply with fans worldwide, who saw their own struggles reflected in the song. BLACKPINK managed to express both heartbreak and empowerment in one breath, a delicate balance that made their music universal. This emotional duality became part of their charm and strength, allowing fans to see not just pop idols, but relatable women standing tall after emotional battles. As the years passed, Kill This Love continued to dominate playlists, dance studios, and award shows. It became a staple in BLACKPINK'S live performances, electrifying crowds with its marching beat and explosive choreography. The energy of that song, from the first trumpet to the final chorus, never faded. It remains a signature moment in every BLACKPINK concert, uniting fans of all languages and generations. For many, it's not just a track, it's a memory, a statement, and a symbol of self-empowerment. Even now, Kill This Love stands as a cultural monument in pop history. It proved that K-pop could go toe-to-toe with the biggest Western hits, not by imitation, but by innovation. It combined Korean artistry with global appeal, creating something entirely unique. BLACKPINK didn't just break into the global scene, they conquered it with grace, grit, and an unforgettable anthem. When those horns sound and the girls march into formation, it's more than just music. It's a reminder that love may hurt, but strength and self-worth will always rise louder. The triumph of Kill This Love became a defining chapter in BLACKPINK's legacy, a turning point that elevated them from global sensations to cultural icons. It wasn't just the success of a single song. It was the culmination of years of hard work, precision, and vision. After its release, BLACKPINK's name became synonymous with power, confidence, and style. They were no longer seen as simply a K-pop group, but as global artists capable of dominating every corner of entertainment, from music to fashion, from brand endorsements to live performances. Every award show, every magazine cover, every international event that featured BLACKPINK after Kill This Love was a testament to how one song could reshape the trajectory of an entire genre. At the heart of the phenomenon was BLACKPINK's connection with their fans, known as Blinks. The message of Kill This Love resonated deeply with their supporters. It became more than music, it was a philosophy. Fans related to the story of battling internal pain, finding courage, and emerging stronger than before. Online communities flourished, filled with discussions, theories, art, inspired by the song's bold imagery. The line, "Let's kill this love," turned into a declaration of empowerment, a rallying cry for those overcoming heartbreak, hardship, or self-doubt. Through this, BLACKPINK didn't just release a song. They built an emotional bridge between artist and audience that continues to thrive years later. Beyond emotional resonance, Kill This Love also showcased the group's evolution in artistry and performance. Their precision on stage, synchronized yet emotionally charged, turned every live show into an unforgettable experience. Whether it was their commanding performance at Coachella or massive world tours, the song served as a highlight that brought entire arenas to life. The choreography, with its militaristic rhythm and explosive transitions, symbolized strength and unity, embodying BLACKPINK's message that power can exist in beauty. Fans from across the globe replicated the dance in countless videos, solidifying it as one of K-pop's most recognizable routines. The ripple effect of Kill This Love also reached into pop culture and the music industry at large. Western artists and producers began collaborating with K-pop acts more frequently, inspired by the seamless blend of global production quality and Korean artistry that BLACKPINK perfected. The track's success demonstrated that language barriers no longer defined music. Emotion, energy, and visuals did. Major Western festivals, television shows, and award platforms began inviting K-pop groups, and BLACKPINK stood at the forefront of that movement, breaking down walls that once limited Asian artists from full recognition. What made Kill This Love even more remarkable was how it balanced raw aggression with elegance. BLACKPINK didn't abandon femininity to appear strong. They embraced it and redefined it. Their power came from their authenticity, from being unapologetically themselves. In the past, girl groups often had to choose between being soft or fierce, but BLACKPINK proved they could be both. Commanding and graceful, delicate and dominant. This balance became their trademark, setting them apart from every act before or after. As time went on, the impact of Kill This Love only deepened. It became a benchmark for future comebacks, both for BLACKPINK and for other artists inspired by their trailblazing success. The song's influence can be felt in countless music videos, fashion aesthetics, and stage concepts across the K-pop industry. It became the standard of how to create not just a hit song, but a global moment. BLACKPINK's fierce visuals, striking confidence, and timeless message made Kill This Love immortal, a chapter in music history that defined an era of empowerment and unity through sound, style, and emotion. The influence of Kill This Love stretched far beyond the charts. It became a cultural phenomenon that symbolized empowerment, resilience, and global unity through music. After its release, BLACKPINK's artistry was no longer confined to the boundaries of K-pop. They were now leaders of a worldwide movement. The track's larger-than-life presence made headlines across continents, and for months, it dominated radio airwaves, streaming platforms, and social media trends. What made it so magnetic was its ability to speak to people from every walk of life. The song's message, breaking free from a love that harms you, became a universal language of strength and rebirth. Whether someone was a longtime K-pop fan or hearing Blackpink for the first time, Kill This Love struck an emotional chord that lingered. In the music video's cinematic brilliance, every scene carried meaning. Jennie's defiance as she stood before an explosion symbolized destruction and renewal. Lisa's fierce energy in a jungle of mechanical traps represented the chaos of toxic affection. Rosé's tears as she drove a car towards self-destruction captured the pain of heartbreak and the courage to face it, while Jisoo's ethereal scenes of duality, confronting her own reflection, portrayed the internal war between love and self-worth. These visuals weren't random. They were meticulously designed to tell a psychological story. Fans and critics alike interpreted them as metaphors for emotional healing, self-awareness, and liberation from inner turmoil. As Blackpink's global profile skyrocketed, Kill This Love became a defining anthem for their identity as artists who stand for both vulnerability and empowerment. The girls' performances exuded a rare kind of unity, each member shining individually yet moving as one force. It was this balance that made their stage presence unforgettable. During concerts, when the intro horns of Kill This Love echoed through the arena, fans erupted in unison, their light sticks forming a sea of pink that pulsed like a heartbeat. The atmosphere was electric, charged with emotion, admiration, for a group that represented strength, artistry, and global sisterhood. The song also pushed Blackpink into new territories of success. They graced international magazine covers like Vogue, Elle, and Billboard, each feature emphasizing their dual nature, beauty and power, fashion and fire. Their influence extended to luxury fashion houses, as brands like Dior, Celine, Chanel, and Yves Saint Laurent made each member their global ambassador. This unprecedented crossover between music and fashion highlighted Blackpink's cultural significance. They weren't just performers, they were global tastemakers. Kill This Love served as the turning point that propelled them from music idols to multi-dimensional icons, influencing art, fashion, and global culture. Moreover, the song's production quality set new standards for K-pop. Composed by Teddy Park, with contributions from RT, Baekoo Boom, and 24, Kill This Love combined trap beats, brass-driven orchestration, and dramatic tempo shifts to create an atmosphere of cinematic intensity. The musical arrangement felt like a soundtrack to an epic battle, one that fans could both dance to and draw emotional strength from. Its soundscape, filled with bold brass and heavy percussion, became instantly recognizable and widely imitated across the industry. Blackpink didn't just release a song, they created a blueprint for global domination through innovation. The impact of Kill This Love can still be felt years later in how artists approach empowerment anthems and how fans interpret pop music as art. It changed the narrative of what K-pop could achieve, proving that music made in Seoul could inspire hearts in Los Angeles, Paris, and Manila all at once. The track broke barriers, setting the stage for the group's continued reign over global pop culture. Even today, the call to kill this love remains one of the most recognizable phrases in modern music, echoing not just through speakers, but in the hearts of millions who found strength through Blackpink's fire. The legacy of Kill This Love continued to ripple across music, fashion, and pop culture long after its release. It became the anthem that marked a generation, a song that wasn't simply listened to, but felt. Blackpink's message of empowerment resonated with fans from every background, who saw in the song a reflection of their own struggles and triumphs. The raw emotion in Rosé's voice, the fierce conviction in Lisa's rap, the defiance in Jennie's gaze, and the quiet strength in Jisoo's delivery formed a perfect storm of artistry. Each member brought something unique, yet together they embodied one singular force: women who refuse to be defined by heartbreak or boundaries. On streaming platforms, Kill This Love broke record after record, quickly amassing hundreds of millions of plays. On YouTube, its music video became one of the most viewed videos in history at the time, crossing 1 billion views faster than nearly any other group had achieved. But beyond the numbers, what truly made Kill This Love timeless was its cultural resonance. It redefined what a global hit could look like, a song sung primarily in Korean that dominated charts in the United States, Europe, and Asia alike. Blackpink proved that emotion and visual storytelling could transcend language, creating a universal connection between artist and listener. In schools, dance studios, and fan gatherings around the world, Kill This Love became more than just music. It became a shared experience. Fans learned the choreography, recorded covers, and performed the song at events, proudly echoing the same strength and confidence that Blackpink portrayed. The iconic moves, the fist pumps, the shoulder rolls, the synchronized stomps, all became part of K-pop's global vocabulary. It wasn't just a dance, it was a declaration. People danced to Kill This Love to celebrate independence, to heal from heartbreak, or simply to feel empowered. The song gave them a voice, a rhythm to express defiance and self-love. The song's influence even extended into academic and media discussions. Cultural analysts examined how Blackpink's Kill This Love represented the globalization of K-pop and the redefinition of femininity in pop culture. Professors cited it as an example of how digital media allows non-Western artists to dominate global markets. The song became a study in cultural power, a case of how art can transcend origin and speak to something universal, strength and vulnerability. In every sense, Kill This Love became more than a hit. It became a cultural milestone. Blackpink's global influence after the song's release was undeniable. They became household names, appearing on major U.S. television programs like The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and Good Morning America, representing not just Korea, but Asia as a whole on a scale no girl group had before. Their Coachella performance that same year became legendary, often cited as the moment the Western world fully embraced K-pop's energy and artistry. When Kill This Love thundered across that California desert, the crowd erupted. A sea of fans from every background united under one rhythm. It wasn't just Blackpink performing, it was history being written in real time. From Seoul to New York, Paris to Manila, Kill This Love left its mark as an anthem of self-empowerment, emotional honesty, and fearless artistry. It redefined the global perception of K-pop and broke barriers that many thought were unbreakable. Years after its release, it remains one of Blackpink's most iconic songs, a timeless reminder that love, power, and pain can coexist, and that strength often begins in the moments of breaking free. Kill This Love wasn't just a hit single. It was a revolution in sound, image, and emotion that turned 4 artists into global legends and gave millions the courage to stand taller, louder, and prouder in their own stories. As the echo of Kill This Love continued to reverberate through pop culture, its true impact became clearer with time. The song didn't just shape Blackpink's career, it reshaped the landscape of modern music. Before its release, few K-pop acts had managed to blend mainstream Western production with the visual storytelling traditions of Korean artistry on such a massive scale. Kill This Love proved that a song could be both a chart-topping hit and a work of cinematic art. Its combination of thundering brass, trap-inspired beats, and emotionally charged lyrics became the new gold standard for global pop production. Every element of the track, from the militaristic rhythm to the explosive choreography, was meticulously crafted to command attention, and it worked. It didn't just play through speakers, it marched through them, leaving an indelible imprint on anyone who heard it. The music video itself became a cornerstone of Blackpink's identity, a bold, stylized statement of who they were as artists. Its themes of self-confrontation, liberation, and inner conflict were represented through powerful imagery. Rosé's car crash symbolizing self-destruction and rebirth, Jennie's scenes of chaos and beauty reflecting the dual nature of love, Lisa's fierce jungle sequence capturing the wildness of passion, and Jisoo's haunting duel with her reflection representing emotional awakening. Each visual was layered with meaning, transforming a pop video into a symbolic exploration of strength through struggle. Fans across the globe studied these details, discussing interpretations, uncovering hidden metaphors, and connecting deeply with the emotional story being told without words. Beyond the music and visuals, Kill This Love was also a turning point in how K-pop was perceived by the global industry. Major Western publications began to recognize Blackpink as pioneers, artists who had cracked the code to international success without sacrificing their identity. They didn't need to fully transition to English lyrics or Western aesthetics. Instead, they brought their own style to the world. Bold, glamorous, and unapologetically Korean. Their artistry proved that cultural authenticity could be a global strength, not a limitation. The song opened doors for more international collaborations and increased visibility for K-pop across award shows, streaming platforms, and fashion runways. The global response was overwhelming. Blackpink's fan base, Blinks, grew exponentially, uniting millions of people across continents. Social media became their digital concert hall. Fans celebrated milestones, broke streaming records, and organized events that highlighted the unity the group inspired. When Kill This Love reached 1 billion views on YouTube, fans worldwide treated it as a victory for all of K-pop. It was no longer just Blackpink's achievement. It was a shared triumph that showed how passion and artistry could transcend geography. Even years later, Kill This Love remains a centerpiece in Blackpink's live performances. Whether at Coachella, world tours, or award shows, the moment the intro horns blare through the speakers, the atmosphere transforms. Fans scream, lights flicker, and a wave of anticipation sweeps the crowd. Everyone knows what's coming. That energy, that explosion of rhythm and emotion, never fades. It's not nostalgia, it's timeless adrenaline. The song became a ritual, a declaration of unity between the group and their fans, a moment that defines what it means to be part of the Blackpink era. More than anything, Kill This Love stands as a symbol of empowerment. It taught a generation that walking away from pain is not weakness, but strength. It celebrated independence, resilience, and the beauty of rising after falling. Through this anthem, Blackpink didn't just entertain, they inspired. They turned heartbreak into art, struggle into strength, and music into a movement. Every beat, every lyric, every explosion in that song continues to echo in the hearts of millions who found courage in its message. In the grand story of global pop, Kill This Love remains one of those rare moments when everything aligns. Music, message, performance, and emotion to create something truly immortal. It marked the height of Blackpink's evolution from rising idols to cultural icons, proving that music can be both powerful and poetic, fierce and vulnerable. It wasn't just a song that broke records. It was a revolution that redefined an entire era of music and left an unshakable legacy in its wake. Kill This Love by Blackpink isn't just a song, it's a statement. It represents a turning point in the group's artistic evolution, where confidence, heartbreak, and empowerment collide in a cinematic explosion of sound and vision. Through its powerful brass riffs, military-inspired choreography, and fierce visuals, Blackpink delivered a message that transcends language and culture. Sometimes, you have to destroy the love that's holding you back to find your true strength. The song's impact went far beyond the charts. It redefined what a K-pop girl group could achieve on the global stage. From dominating YouTube records to becoming a cultural anthem of self-liberation, Kill This Love showcased Blackpink at their boldest and most unapologetic. It reminded the world why they are not just performers, but global icons of power, independence, and artistry. Ultimately, Kill This Love isn't just about ending a toxic relationship. It's about beginning a new chapter of self-love, resilience, and unshakable confidence. Kill This Love also marked a defining moment in Blackpink's rise as international superstars, proving their ability to blend visual storytelling with music on a level rarely seen in pop. Every frame of the music video, from the shattered mirrors to the marching band formation, symbolized breaking free from emotional chains and confronting inner battles. The girls, Jisoo, Jennie, Rose, and Lisa, each embodied a different shade of empowerment, with their performances filled with intensity and emotion that connected with fans around the world. The combination of fierce rap verses, emotional vocals, and explosive choreography became a trademark of their sound, inspiring millions of young listeners to stand strong in their own lives. The release of Kill This Love also pushed the boundaries of what K-pop could be on the global stage. It wasn't just another comeback, it was a cultural event. The song topped charts across continents, from Asia to the US, and its music video shattered records, becoming one of the fastest to reach hundreds of millions of views on YouTube. This moment solidified BLACKPINK'S place as the face of fourth-generation K-pop influence, bridging Eastern and Western audiences through universal themes of empowerment and emotion. Beyond numbers and awards, Kill This Love left a legacy in fashion, dance, and fandom culture. The members' outfits became style statements, inspiring trends in both streetwear and haute couture. The choreography, especially the powerful stomps and synchronized formations, became iconic, replicated by fans and dancers worldwide. It wasn't just about music anymore. It was about identity, confidence, and revolution. In essence, Kill This Love was more than a hit single. It was a declaration of self-worth. BLACKPINK showed that love, while beautiful, should never come at the cost of one's freedom or dignity. By channeling heartbreak into strength, they created an anthem that continues to resonate with fans years later. The song's enduring popularity reminds the world that empowerment can come from pain, and that sometimes ending something toxic is the first step to truly loving yourself.